I could put you in the brig for what you've done, but I won't do it.
Talking Dicks. That's right. The Talking Dicks were talking. I'm in the desert, Al Ducharme here. While Al Romas is in Tampa, Florida. What's going on there, pal?
We're getting ready for the Super Bowl. Just a couple of days away now, and I went past the stadium earlier today. Security is out the wazoo, man. It is fucking crazy down there.
Where did the word wazoo come from?
It's a good question. Out the wazoo. Maybe that's an ass. Maybe a curse, but not really a curse kind of word for ass back in the day. Maybe they couldn't say ass, so maybe some vaudeville comic or somebody came up with wazoo.
And then the phrase back in the day. Any particular day? Wednesday?
Back in the day, I go. I go 25 years on that one. I just almost knocked over my microphone outside here. Set up,
which is the equivalent.
Anyway,
which is the equivalent of an AM radio station's tower falling over in today's technology.
Yeah, this is the whole setup exactly. So you're in the desert. What's going on there? Tell us about that more than Tampa, Florida.
Well, it's my birthday week. My birthday is in a couple of days, but this was the only time that we could get away. And the lady said, "What do you want to do for your birthday?" I said, "Besides." I would like to go to the desert.
Farting?
Yes, farting.
And I didn't understand that reference.
I'm sorry.
I'd like to cut the cheese all day, if you don't mind. All right, that's easy.
No, I wanted to get away I wanted to go to Joshua Tree. And it's interesting, during the pandemic, all these Airbnbs they're sold out because no one wants to stay in a hotel really with this, pandemic.
Yeah.
People still stay in the hotels, but it's probably the best time because there's not that many people in hotels. But these Airbnbs,
I've been in a few, and they've been clean.
Yeah,
very clean.
Yeah, but this is a standalone. We're actually on 2.5 acres here. And then there's just, it's like you go like 4 or 5 acres, and there's another house, and then there's like a hut. It's so weird. It's an interesting lifestyle out here. But people from the city seem to be buying these cheap little places and turning them to Airbnbs, and they're killing it. They're killing it.
Yeah. Did you get any filming done? I know you wanted to film out there while you were doing that. Did you?
Yeah, that was part of my birthday wish, was to make a sketch video. My wife and I, Bernadette Pauley, very funny comedian, by the way. Very funny. Mm-hmm. We've been making these periodically. We make our little video shorts. We made Beards and Urine is one of them, and we made another one about the pandemic, and we were overdue, so we said, let's do another one. So we did, and it's based on a takeoff of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Sex vid. We have a little. What's that?
A sex vid. You're overdue. Just release it and get us some press here. Would you give us some views? God damn it!
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the Talking Dicks and the Two Dicks, and then a sex video. That's what we need.
Mm-hmm. People are craving 50-year-olds naked on the internet. Yeah, let's see it.
I'm sure you can find that if you type it in. If you Google it, you'll find something.
Probably. So, did you complete the vid?
We did. We got it in the can, and leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Hey now.
And we looked at the footage last night, and I think I can make something out of it. Of course, the final edit will be the real proof. But we enjoy doing it.
It's all in the editing.
Yeah, it
right?
is. That saves everything. It's just like a painter, a house painter, or a home painter, an interior painter hides all the boo-boos. They hide all the boo-boos of the other guys, the electricians, the plumbers, all the holes they put in the walls, and the painters hide it all.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right.
So there you go. I know that was boring, but
so you're out of there. You're out of there today.
We're actually
back?
Yeah. As you can see, my wife is packing the vehicle of our last items. We're checking out now, and then I'm sure the cleaning crew will be here. I think they have to drive. If they drive in from town, town is about 17 miles from here. We're actually in 29 Palms, which is right next to Joshua Tree, but Joshua Tree was completely sold out. So We went to the next town over. It's a little bit more remote. Places are further away from one another. It's definitely like you go out in the middle of the desert, and then you'll see like a can with bullet holes and broken glass. It's just, one of those things. Yeah. And you'll see something like an appliance, like a Westinghouse appliance from 1949 in the middle of just like with a cord missing. And
go get rid of that thing
or shoot it. Yeah. You take it out and you shoot it.
Remember the old days?
No,
the old days before environmentalists, people got rid of shit. They just dump shit. That's what you did. No, fuck the environment. You just go out in the desert. You dump a refrigerator. You get rid of it, or you dump your husband or your wife. Get rid of them. The simpler times.
Simpler times when you could dispose of a body.
Yes, sir.
Well,
exactly.
Interesting, because we were actually talking about that last night, and we were saying how many people are buried out here, whether it was they died, especially like 80 years ago, 100 years ago. There's nothing out here, by the way. I'm sorry. Yeah. There's a military bombing site some 30 miles in that direction over there, and we're sitting here in the backyard, in the desert. We're sitting in chairs. We're having some wine. All of a sudden, we hear machine gun fire, and then we hear a jet. Really? A jet, and all of a sudden the ground shakes, just ever so slightly. We're like, "Was that a quake? Was that a tremor?" No, they're bombing in that direction.
Yeah, you're in UFO area too. You guys could have been anally probed while you were there. You know what I mean?
That's that happened they go down. Anyways, but I'm not gonna.
Hey, now,
let's go to the videotape.
Speaking of bombing sites, I'm working tonight outdoors.
All right.
In St. Pete at the sideline, but this will air. I've already done it, so let's just say it went great, even though I'm against it because it's going to be fucking 35 degrees and stupid. There's a group text, and I wrote in there. I just wrote, "Hey, 35 degrees." And then the guy writes me back, "Last week there were people there in the rain. They didn't know it was canceled. So they want comedy." All right. I'm the bad guy. Okay.
All right.
And then I texted somebody else, and they go, big deal. Throw on a jacket. I'm like, okay, I get it. I'm the only fucking wuss here, I guess. I don't know. But it seemed cold to me to be doing comedy, but what do I know? I've only been doing comedy 400 years. I don't know anything.
Right, but I will say that you're not exposed to the elements as much as the audience is. They have to. How many people performing? How many acts?
There were 5 acts, and then now it looks like there's 4 acts. One bailed.
Are you doing 45?
So 4. No, fuck no.
So what you're saying
I would say
you can be in warmth in your jacket, and then you go up on stage and do a half hour, and then you're out of there.
Yeah, but I'll be doing my half hour in my jacket. I mean, the whole thing's outside. I'm not taking the jacket off. You know what I mean? It's going to be fucking hot. I mean, it's going to be fucking cold.
Is it going to be hot or cold?
In the elements?
No, I've done it. It's
know.
Not the best.
It's going to be cold.
But
no, it's going to suck. But by Friday, maybe I'll have a new story next week. But let's assume it went well. Let's be positive about that. And, I have a question for you, my own question. Then I have a question from a patron. A patron asked us a question.
Oh, wonderful.
But I have my own question. I was looking at something online last night, and it was about TV theme shows. Favorite TV theme show of all time. Where do you go, Alfred?
Oh,
or maybe a couple of really good ones.
Yeah, because when I was a kid, when I was tiny, and the Munsters was in syndication, and I loved the Munsters because they were monsters. You know, they were monsters. Yeah. They were the Frankenstein.
Well, not
it was just.
No, I'm talking about.
But the theme music.
No. Yes.
Was very. Well, I'm saying it was supposed to be a scary family, but they made a comedy out of it, and the music was upbeat, scary music. Thum 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 ba-da bum ba-da. So as a kid, I loved that.
When I was 18 or 19, I heard there was a band I was from Massapequa. There was a band playing at a bar called Heckle and Jekyll's, and they were called the Stray Cats. And they were kids from my high school. They were 1 year older than me. And I walked into Heckle and Jekyll's, and they were playing the Munsters, the 3 of them. Brian Setzer playing. It was fucking great.
Wow.
He rocked the Munsters theme on lead guitar.
He's supposed to be amazing.
Oh, my God.
He is amazing. Great. I've never seen him live. But
he is amazing.
He's like crazy talented.
And they didn't have a ton of. He didn't really have any originals. They had maybe one or two, and then they would play Eddie Cochran and that kind of stuff. But almost the beginning of every set, he would go back, or a lot, but he played the Munsters theme. That was a go-to. And on lead guitar with just a bass and a drum. That is the coolest fucking song. So
well
cool. Done there, Alfred, with the Munsters. Yeah.
But I can't narrow it down to my all-time favorite, but I'll let you elaborate a little bit. Maybe it will trigger something. Go.
Well, I think if we're going to go without lyrics, I liked Sanford and Son. That whole junkyard.
Yeah, that was good. That's a good one. That's a good one.
That was really good. That set the tone for the show. And then I think the greatest probably all time because it was catchy and it told the story. Has to be Jefferson's.
Moving on up. Yeah, in 90 seconds.
Yeah,
it was like it gave you the
finally got a piece of the pie.
Yeah, it was really good. That was a good show.
Fish don't burn on the kitchen. What was it? No, fish don't fry in the kitchen. Beans don't burn on the grill. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really
good show. There's some stereotype, but the juxtaposition of the successful black family moving up in the 70s to the Upper West Side or Upper East Side of Manhattan and having the British guy as the...
And he's a bigot. And he's the bigot. Which is great. That's hilarious.
And then the mixed marriage couple across the hall. I don't remember all the characters' names. It was... When I look back at it, I'm like, wow, that was a really... The template for that show was really progressive at the time and very good.
Very good. And that was that Lenny Kravitz's mother?
Yes.
Yeah, the woman who was married to the white guy's neighbor.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember the characters' names.
Were they neighbors or?
Yeah, I think they either lived nearby or the same building, or I don't remember.
Oh no, they were the in-laws. They were the in-laws.
That's right, because the
Lionel their son
married their daughter. Yeah. So they had
and it was a different Lionel than All in the Family. That guy quit. He was an idiot. He quit All in the Family, and then when they spun off, he missed out on a lucrative 5 or 6 years.
He started his own. His own podcast, and his career went in the toilet.
Well, he was early to Patreon at least, so maybe he had some patrons. Speaking of which, patron, we have a
questions.
We have a question.
Let's hear it.
Guess who popped onto the comment section of the Patreon page out of the blue? He's been missing in action. You know who?
Paul Francis Riley.
That's right. He's been busy. He's been away, but he's back. And he had a question. He wrote, questions. Can you guys see each other while recording a show? And why? If not, why not? So there you go. You want to take that, Alfred? Can we see each other while we're recording a show?
Like what show? This show? A podcast?
This show.
It's funny you should say that. Just as the question is coming out, I'm in the middle of a desert. My internet is the satellite dish is about this big and about 12 inches, whatever it is. It's almost as big as my penis, and it's on the roof, pointing at the mountains, and it's unstable. The internet is unstable. I can see Al, but he keeps freezing up. And
you are
as well. But the audio should be fine for our listeners. It's the Patreon members are going to get a wonky signal. But I just wanted you to know, we decided that we're going to do our podcast no matter where we are. We've already gotten Al. Traveling, doing gigs inside of. He was in an Applebee's parking lot. And we're doing physical stuff right now.
Patreon members only saw that. The regular listener missed out what I was doing. That was called shtick, and you missed out. And don't explain it to them because they won't pay $5 a month to get. I don't understand how you don't want to see video of a podcast that you listen to, especially when it's $5 for a month. I don't understand that, but you're right. We have been broadcasting everywhere, and this is a cool one.
We can see each other now, if that's what you're asking. I can.
We always can see each other there. PFR. Yes, it's just PFR. It's just like the video. It's just like the video. The way the video looks on Patreon is the way we look right now to each other. We can see each other. And so, yes, would be the answer to Paul Francis Riley's question.
Thank you, Paul. One of our supporters. Now, Paul has the option.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
He has the option of listening to us or watching us. He can do both.
That's right. That's what the beauty of it. Like I said last week, I'm unemployed, for God's sake, and I belong to a couple of Patreons for people that I like to listen because I want to see what they look like and what they're doing. And they talk about doing shit. I'm like listening in my car going, I'd like to see that. So for $5, what's that, a cup of coffee? I pay more for coffee than a month of Patreon, which is, if people would look at it that way, they might think, oh, I should join the Patreon. But I think, as we said last week, a lot of people still don't understand it. They think, oh, I'm going to put my credit card down. I'm going to be billed all this money and all this
cancel
bullshit.
Whenever you want.
It's $5.
Why would you want to cancel? Cancel whenever you want. You get gifts.
Exactly.
You get prizes.
Yeah.
You get content that most people cannot
Not everyone
see.
gives gifts either.
No.
I've joined for $5 a few I've got no gifts.
Mm-hmm.
There are no gifts coming to me from other places where we're giving out coasters. And look at this mug. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Although, look at that. I don't know if you can see it. Let me show you. It's cracked. Can you see the mug?
Oh, well,
look at that.
You got 300 more behind the couch, so just grab one. Because I was saving them up for the Patreon members.
That's true. That's true.
Because when we get that
flood
flood of everybody joining in 1 week, thousands of people,
the orders might come in, and then I look foolish, using one. So I will wait and use my crack mug.
By the way,
Ralph
Kimber III, one of our Patreon supporters as well, in a fit of rage, broke one of the mugs and the coaster. So we had to replenish him, which we did.
We didn't have to.
Huh?
We didn't have to.
But we did because we felt bad. Mm-hmm.
He's a solid citizen. We like Ralph. Mm-hmm. He's asked questions. He's participated. We did a Zoom with some patrons. He was involved in that. He's a good man.
And he
also
sent a care package of some cigars, and I appreciated that.
I did not receive any cigars.
You got some
Ralph.
from Jim Minnelli, so I don't want to hear you whining. Don't be jealous over my Patreon
That's
member.
True, but
you keep your own Patreon member. Oh, wait a minute. Is Jim a Patreon member? Is Jim your Navy buddy? Is he a Patreon member?
No.
All hands on deck.
No.
He's not.
No, he's not. He sent me the cigars, though, but Ralph never did. But that's fine. I'm not saying
Ralph
that. I'm just saying
supports us.
Cigars from Ralph. That's
every
cool.
month.
No, true. I just never got any cigars from Ralph. That's all.
But
Hey, I told my doctor. I had a physical yesterday. I told my doctor I was finally honest with her.
You got physical with her?
She always asked me to smoke. She always asked me, do you smoke? And I say no. And then yesterday I said, what about cigars? And she goes, what about them? I go, yeah, I smoke cigars. She goes, you do? How many? I go, I don't know. I go probably average out to 1 a day. 7 a week. She's like, well, you don't inhale it, of course. She knew nothing about cigars, my fucking doctor. She goes, you don't inhale it, do you? I go, no. She goes, well, what do you do? And then she was kind of go, well, I breathe it in, I blow it out. She goes, why do you do that? Like, why? What's the enjoyment?
That's the
enjoyment.
I go,
the taste, the relaxation. It's the, like camaraderie with other cigar smokers. She's like, I don't think it's hard. It's not. She goes, I don't think it's any big deal. So I was like, perfect, thank you. But I had lost 16 pounds during the pandemic, sir.
Yes, you did. I wanted
patient.
I wanted that.
First patient, she told me during the pandemic, she said, because I got weighed in. I didn't ask what my weight last time was because I didn't. I knew I'd lost a few, but not. And then she said, you should be very, happy with the way things are going. Your numbers are very good. And I'm like, oh, good. She goes, well, you lost 16 pounds. Are you happy about that? I'm like, I did? 16? She goes, yeah. She goes, you're the first patient during the pandemic who's gone down. She goes, everyone else, they're eating like, whatever. She didn't say monsters, but I'll say it. They're eating like monsters.
So you're her only patient that went down.
That went down on, I see what you did, you son of a bitch.
No, I didn't go blue. No, that's great. No, because you do. I can tell that you look a little, because, we exercise. My wife and I exercise every day. We do something. And, are you know what I'm saying? No, but.
Yes, I bet you do.
I gained 7 pounds.
Well,
and that's because I'm not traveling.
Everyone's gaining.
I'm not traveling. So in addition to traveling, I was exercising. Now we're just exercising, and all those extra calories we're not burning, and we're eating the same, and we threw a few. The drinking. Now I noticed that your drinking has shut down to virtually nothing.
Almost nothing.
Yeah, I know. Mine hasn't. Mine, I would say, I skip a day or two a week where I don't have anything. But I have, on other days, I have wine with my dinner.
I think I lost you there, sir.
Oh, yeah.
You're a little frozen.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm out to carry this pod alone now. I got to land this pod. Al, if you can...
I can certainly...
If you can see on Patreon,
we did...
Al's frozen if they're
That's
looking
okay.
on Patreon.
It says,
but audio's okay.
I'm seeing internet connection unstable right there.
You're unstable, sir. No doubt about it. You're back. There you go.
I'm back.
But you were saying
no, I definitely we did the sober October, and then we actually went into a couple of weeks of November. So we did 6 weeks of no booze, not even wine with dinner, nothing. And then for the Thanksgiving, I made a turkey actually. I cooked a turkey, and we had a few people over in the yard, social distancing.
Gay. I'm at the point now that it's all gay. I'm tired of it all. Fuck it. I don't care anymore. I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of it. I don't want to hear about it anymore. Socially distant, and we're doing it right. We're socially... Shut up. Go fuck yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll sit next to whoever I want. I'll go out. I'm doing it. I've done it anyway. I went to Davidoff Tuesday night, and by the way, Davidoff packed. Mm-hmm. Not crazy packed, but crowded with the largest African-American men I've ever seen in my life, all with big Super Bowl rings on.
Of course, they're in town.
And I had no idea who they were.
They're in town.
Right. They're older guys, though. They were like guys from the 70s and the 80s,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because they're in their 60s and 70s. But just massive men with gray hair, and every one of them with that big fucking ring on. Mm-hmm. That ring is it's so enormous. Ridiculous as a ring.
Yeah.
But,
you ever see Tom Brady's picture?
Oh, my God.
You ever see Tom Brady's picture? When he's got the 6 of them?
Yeah.
It's crazy that it's
one.
Fucking nuts that he's in a Super Bowl the year after he leaves the Patriots. That is just ridiculous. That's it. He should just retire now. He should retire now. He should announce today, we're going to go back up. I'm retired.
The other way.
I'm retired.
He's going the other way. He said they asked, would you, because he only has one more year on the deal. And he said if he feels this way, he could see himself playing into his late 40s.
He already said mid 40s. Now he's extended it, but he's got the he manages the plays, the game, his team. He manages everything. His mind is like 6 different compartments, all in sync with one another. When it's all going well, it's amazing.
And the idea of no preseason, no OTAs, all virtual, nothing. Come to a new team, don't even know these guys, and every team that's been together and had all these years, they're not there. He's there. He
turns a team around in one season.
It's ridiculous. Really, it doesn't make any sense.
In a half a season.
I thought they'd be good with him, of course, because they were 7-9 last year with Jameis Winston. But
not a fan.
If you said, they're going to make the Super Bowl.
Not a fan of Jameis Winston.
No, I think he's going to be the starting quarterback though in New Orleans.
No, I know. I'm not denying he has talent.
Sean Payton.
I just don't like his behavior off the field. I don't care for it.
Oh well, he's an Plus he's an arm. He has a great arm. He doesn't have a brain. He'll throw 5 interceptions and 7 touchdowns in the same game. It doesn't, it's not conducive to winning, as you can see. Basically the same team without Gronk, 7-9. Bring in Brady, Super Bowl. Yep. There you go. Where's Belichick? He's home. That Patriot way was Brady the whole time, not Belichick.
No, I can't say it's all one way.
Proven.
I would say definitely that there's definitely some magic there between them, and they butt heads.
Right, but
they butt heads. They weren't best pals. For years.
No,
20 years.
Well, if they were best pals, he would have stayed.
Yeah.
You know, he wanted to come down here and have fun.
Well, Kraft said if he really wanted to stay, it would have happened. But, you know, they said that Brady...
It's 20 years,
they'd asked Brady, what do you think about, you know, their game plan? And he made all his suggestions. He said they didn't even respond to him, and they never went with any of his suggestions. Yeah. And then he said that he was feeling like they were really playing...
different here.
Because, well, his age. You know, he was 42 at the time. Now he's 43. And it's so weird that he's a vegan, and it's just it's weird. And he's got kind of like a dad's bod. He's not like Mr. ripped up 6-pack guy. He's just like
he never was that.
But he
never was,
and he can't move. He can't move, but he can in that pocket. He can make split-second decisions at 43 years old. It's just it blows my mind.
That's how he lost by my real team, the Giants. That's how we won those 2 Super Bowls. Because you hit Brady. If you can hit him, you can win. If he gets hit because he can't move anywhere, and if you start hitting him, that's it. And that's how the Giants won those 2 Super Bowls, by putting him
the helmet catch.
on his ass.
The helmet catch.
David Tyree, sir. David Tyree, right on the helmet. That's right.
I told you I watched
Giants
both
win.
of those Super Bowl games.
Good night.
In New York, surrounded by New York Giants fans, and it was just me and Tom Cotter as the only Patriots fans. It was brutal.
That's beautiful.
All right. Well, good luck.
Nice.
Good luck to the
like
the
that.
Bucks. I'm a Buccaneer fan now because of Brady, and once the Patriots are out, I go for the Brady team. Tom Brady is my Michael Jordan. I always say that. And Al, stay safe, stay warm.
I think we'll be back. I think we'll be back before the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I think we have a pod before the Super Bowl. Yeah. So this is not the pre-Super Bowl.
No. You're wrong.
Pod,
you're wrong.
Even though we podded.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Am I?
The release will be the day after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but this one we Super Bowled it up, but there'll be another pod before the Super Bowl. This isn't the only pod before the Super Bowl. There'll be one more. Am I wrong?
You're right.
Maybe I'm wrong.
You're right.
I don't know. I'm confused. I'll tell you that. I'm confused.
Oh,
all right.
I just slapped you in the face. I just slapped you in the face.
From the desert. Do it again. Do it again for the Patreon fans.
I'm doing it. You're not reacting. Oh, there he goes. He's down. He's out. See you next time.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
We'll fix it in post, you son of a bitch.
No, really, don't mess with me, because I don't come down to the bus station and slap the dick out of your mouth when you're working, do I? Oh, get on up here, motherfucker. Give me security. I'm sorry, man. The guy fucking came at me. What do you think, folks?
No way.
Okay, show.
All right. Subscribe.
Mary.
Go to patreon.com/forward2dicks.
If you shoot me, you won't see a cent of that money. Why?
I think it ends on that. That's beautiful.